You receive a text after having settled in in your room um, in the Golden Aces, 116, I believe. Isaac has requested you come to his office immediately,
Okay.
without much context.
All right. Then Mason will just, put his stuff down, head over to the office. He'll knock on the door,
Come in.
and he'll open it and and close the door. And then what does he see?
Well, Isaac is sat in his big chair. He's kind of like leaning back on it behind the desk, and Rachel is sat in the chair, one of the chairs on the other side of the desk. On the hardwood floor in front of you is the remains of a shattered glass that has not been cleaned up yet. And Isaac kind of like gestures to his seat.
Mason will sit down. Is everything okay?
You tell us.
What do you mean?
I spoke to Yevdekimov before you and him and Bob went spelunking.
Yeah.
And I am aware that you weren't investigating the long night.
What did he tell you?
He didn't tell me what you were investigating. He told me that it wasn't the long night. And he told me that if I saw anybody at all, with eyes that flashed yellow, to come straight to you. And I'd like to know why, after last Elysium, where you explained to us about your concerns of a lack of trust in the Coterie, you would then proceed to lie to us, especially when you're coming onto our domain and using our haven.
Well, first of all, it's not a lack of trust.
Oh.
It's not why I didn't tell you.
Let me guess. You were trying to protect us.
That's part of it, but also Yevdekimov himself, in fact, told me and Bob to keep it between us, to not tell anyone. And he goes and tells the prince, he tells and the constable and the seneschal, and he tells you vaguely in vague information. So he's a hypocrite, first of all. But
that's between Yevdekimov.
Yeah, lying to us is an entirely different matter, Mason. There's a difference between omitting information and telling people completely different information.
The thing is, this is not a personal. It's not personal. Why I didn't tell you. It's that the handful of people who know, we agreed, and with the information that we have on this vague matter, is that the more people who know, the harder it is to fight and to deal with.
Why?
I can't tell you.
What's the logic behind it? Tell me, I'm a reasonable person.
The more people who know, the more information spreads and gets out there and can be traced and found out. That gives our enemy an advantage, and then with what it is that we're dealing with, they're far better at gathering information than we are. They are far
and you
better.
think the two of us are going to go around spreading information?
No, I don't. As I said, it's not trust, it's precautions. It's not that I don't trust the two of you. It's that
May I ask why, in defeating this enemy, withholding knowledge is important?
Information helps to solve problems. It generally makes it easier. Know your enemy.
This is an enemy that let's just say that they have moles and have infiltrated our ranks.
Yellow eyes. What does that mean?
It means that it's a problem. I can't tell you
what
what
does
it means. I can't tell you. It means, look,
So if one of us comes across one of these people and they have yellow eyes,
you stay away from them.
We know that they're a terrible danger, but we don't know how to protect ourselves.
You protect yourselves by getting away from them.
Right, running away is not protection, that's not defense, that's running away. I have the option of running away quickly enough, or I might do, but I don't know, because I don't know what they are. Isaac doesn't have that option. What's Isaac going to do?
Just get as far away as you can. We don't know how to fight these things yet. That's...
What are these things? And why does us knowing somehow make them more powerful?
Can they
Surely
read
that gives
minds?
us the ability to combat them in some way.
Rachel's on the right track.
They can read minds.
But if the information that we know about them is only about them, how on earth is them knowing that we know helpful to them?
Because they know who knows about them, and that makes them targets, as has already.
Okay then, Mason, then I need to ask you an alternate question.
Of course.
I am assuming by what you are saying that implies that you know about them and makes you a target.
Yeah. If you're here and you're a target anyway, aren't we automatically targets whether we know or not?
So I have to offer an ultimatum, Mason, because Rachel is correct in this scenario. If you are a target and you are staying here, that by extension makes us a target too, which means that you have to either do one of two things. You have to tell us what is going on so we can prepare countermeasures, or you have to leave.
We either work together, or we don't. There isn't a grey area in between, Mason. If you're making us a sitting duck by knowing things, then it doesn't make the situation worse if we know.
If you're a target and these people are capable of reading minds or other things, then they may use us to get to you, and they may destroy us in the process. If we know what we're fighting, we may be able to develop countermeasures. If we don't, then we can't. In which case, you remain a target, we remain under threat, and I will have to ask you, for the sake of my safety and Rachel's, that you find somewhere else to haven.
What makes them so dangerous that you think they can get on board? Do they possess people?
We don't know how. We don't have many clear signs of noticing them. And the yellow eyes is too quick, and it's all we have.
So it's a warning that they're going to strike.
It's a warning that they're there. Not that they're going to strike, but they're watching.
How yellow? Does it look like a human eye?
You'll know. It's unnatural.
Unnatural. Yes, vampires. Already so very natural.
Mason, are you going to tell us, or are you not?
No, I'm curious now. You know what I'm like.
I know. And you are right.
If there's a threat that I don't know about, I'd like to know about it, and I'd like to know how it works. In the same way that I was curious about the auto recall when I was there.
And he
Doesn't knowing about something take the fear away from it? Doesn't it take the power away from it?
No, not in this case.
And that's different from every other thing I've ever encountered.
Secrecy is our best weapon against it at the moment.
So does this mean you are deciding not to tell us?
Are you telling me they have a psychic network?
I don't know. As I said, what we know about this threat is very limited.
Can you tell, where are they? Are they everywhere, or are they in a stronghold?
Well,
if they're everywhere, then we're always in danger.
I don't know where they are.
Oh, wonderful.
So, Mason,
If you've not encountered them yet, then you're not targets. They have nothing, they don't want anything to do with you.
Then that implies they've been around for a long time.
I don't know how long they've been around for.
Mason.
But you are right, Isaac. Me being here puts a target on your back.
Oh, for goodness sake, Mason. Drop it.
Drop what?
The guiltiness, the
This isn't guilt.
fucking angst of it all.
This isn't guilt, this is fact. They have... You know what? You know what?
Mason.
Look, I
I'm not here
appreciate...
to riddle you with questions. I
know.
just need to know if we're under threat. And if we are, I need to know what's threatening us, or I need you to leave. And I won't hold it against you, but I need to know.
I appreciate you letting me stay, but I can't tell you. So I have to go.
Okay. Okay. Then in that case, I expect you to pick up your things and to move out.
I will.
I'm sorry, why does this make you less angry than the notion that he lied to us in the first place? You were fuming.
I think it's fair to say that the coterie is terminated.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
I think it's fair to say that the coterie is terminated then. I am angry.
You have every right to be.
But me being angry isn't going to get answers out of you.
Isaac, you have every right to be angry at me. But I can't say anymore. And I appreciate the offer that you made me. But I can't take it. I have to go.
Okay.
So if that means the coterie is terminated, then so be it.
Okay. Well, Mason, all the best for the future as Archon.
Yeah. Yes.
I would like the room key back. You can leave it at reception if you'd like.
Sure.
Is this a threat to everybody? Is it part of the war?
No.
Is this something we should be worried about now?
No. But
surely we know enough now that we're in danger. Why shouldn't we just know everything? We know how to detect them. Surely it's crossing a line, right?
they don't. They have no reason to suspect you.
And we can't work with you.
If you see anything with anyone with yellow eyes, come to me or Bob.
Okay. I think it's time you left, Mason.
I think you're right. And Mason just looks at the two of you, eyes darting between you, and then he looks at Rachel. I wish things had been different. And then
yeah, well, you know, you had the chance, didn't you?
And he bites his tongue there, and he gets up and he walks away. And he goes to his room, and it's his former room, and he was previously wearing like a smart casual kind of outfit, and he changes into his gear, like his tactical stuff, because, you know, the long night are dangerous. And he hands his key into reception, and he walks out of the boat, and he looks back at it, clenching his jaw, with his eyes watering. And he just shakes his head, and he goes and he walks off. Unless there's any conversation that the two of you want to have.
He's infuriating.
He's made his decision. If you want to go after him and say any more, then you can.
He's not going to say any more. It'll be useless.
I'm sorry, Rachel.
I thought confronting him would get him to tell something.
So did I. But he's made his decision. I'm sorry I had to end this way between us as a collective, but... Well, no Coterie, but you're still welcome to stay and everything as before. Are you okay?
Got plenty of time to get over it.
Would you appreciate some privacy?
Isaac, I don't care.
And Isaac leans over to the desk and presses the intercom. Can you send someone up to clean up a spillage of a dropped a glass?